Hey, so here's the plan for Samurai Showdown. Today we're gonna do the story modes for Shiki and Yoshitora. Then tomorrow we're gonna do a longer Samurai Showdown stream where we finish. So we're gonna do the story modes of Charlotte, Darlie, and Wu. Then, if there's any extra stuff after that, like, oh, you beat everyone's story, here's the secret character, or the super secret story, we'll do that. As far as I know, there's nothing like that, but that's as far as I know. I haven't really played this game or looked into it before. I mean, besides all the story modes we've already done. So here we go, Shiki. Shiki. They said this was a character I knew pretty much nothing about, but I guess she was introduced in Samurai Shodown 64, where she's the main hero there, because every Samurai Shodown has a different main hero, and she doesn't have her memory. So I'm going to see how much this story recaps on that, or like how they integrate it here. Is it your tulip? And that's it, huh? So it's just, yep, this is a girl with no memory. We're just wandering around fighting people because we're armed, and they probably see us and go, oh, that person has swords. I bet they're here to fight. That's her story. I guess we're starting with Jubei. You saw the new Pokemon announcements for Sword and Shield? I thought it looked awesome. I was really excited by it, and so was Rosie. Originally, Rosie wanted to get Sword, or no, yeah, no, she wanted to get Sword because she liked the Legendary better and some of the exclusive Pokemon better, but now she wants to get Shield because of the Ghost-type Gym Leader. I think our plan was to get both, because that's what you usually do. And then one of us will play one and one of us will play the other. So I'll probably play Sword, which is kind of the one I was more interested in anyway. I was willing to do Shield if Rosie really wanted to do Sword, but she's changed her mind now because of the Ghost. Now I've tried Shiki a little bit when I did that versus with Adam, but I didn't get a very good feel for her. I feel like she's like a close range comboer, like very close range. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to like that. So far, I'm not liking it very well. Because, like, I don't know, Jubei's kind of a comboer too, but those blades give him a lot more range. So I'm trying to see what the advantage for Shiki is. Ow. See, man, I couldn't even... Well, the first fight's Jubei, though. Jubei's ridiculous. Well, maybe I have to change my plans immediately, because if Shiki takes us too long to beat the story mode of, then we'll probably do a 2-2 for these next couple of days, you know what I'm saying? Like, do Yoshitora and Charlotte tomorrow, and then do, and then do the other two new characters on Wednesday. We'll see. So maybe it was just a bad start. Maybe the rest of this will go super smooth. If I can, maybe I can do a teleport? See, even her special moves are so close range. And then they're not overly powerful either. And I can't get a good counter in unless I rush because my swords are so short. She's got to have some secret perk that I don't know of yet. Let's go ahead and look at her command list. Exodus stream. And then it can lead into a cloud burst. So it's a combo special. That's kind of cool. When you're close to the opponent and you rotate kick. Down, down? That's an interesting special. Oh, okay. That's what that one is. So when you're close to opponent, rotate kick, huh? Oh, it lets me get my ass kicked. It's way too close range of a move to be viable. Oh boy, we're off to a great start. Let's try again.
Shiki vs. Yagyu Jubei. Iza jinjou ni ippon me. Shoubu. Ikuzo kwappa.
Trying to find good ways for that teleport, like, oh, they're about to use a move on me and I just teleport away. See? Like that. It worked out pretty good, actually.
Shiki. Nihon me. Shoubu.
Oh, that rushing heavy is pretty cool. It's a 3-hit combo. Okay, so she has like combo heavies. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. And they're not that slow either. Oh. There we go. Just spam low kick till you win. You know, like, that's just like, oh, I guess that's it. She doesn't really have a reason to fight, as far as she knows. Like I said, besides a voice calling her, it said. Alright, so this is either Genjiro or, oh, who's the other person we can fight? No, it would be her, so it's gotta be Genjiro. Oh shoot, I forgot to change my video settings, so it's gonna be a little bit choppy, guys. I forgot. I do so many Switch games that then when I'm actually playing a non-Switch game, it trips me up. They're giving me a lot of hard opponents, too. Like, I just fought Jubei, and now I gotta fight Genjiro.
源十郎
やばすぎる。
2本目勝負
や
甘いわ。
やはや捕まえられる。
Ugh. Her stance and her weapons are so close range.
勝者四季最終戦勝負
や逃がさん。はあそこや逃がさん。たそこや
さすが。邪魔だ。
Hey, I actually did the trigger for her ultimate move. That's what I was going for. But, it didn't work. I'll try to get in... Oh, wait. Well, never mind. I forgot I already lost the first round. That's why I was going for it in the first place. Right. So I was like, okay, maybe I can actually do the ultimate move. I think I figured out the combination for it better. Obviously, because I actually almost did it. There we go, one of my moves hit. Yeah, I am just not understanding her playstyle yet. My favorite is to just try to be close and spam attacks, and if I'm not close, do a rushing heavy. Genjiro is so strong, though, that ugh, I'm scared of that punishment.
やばすぎる。
2本目勝負
そや
Ow. There we go. I only gotta win one more round, and I have both my Lightning Blade and maybe my ultimate available. Should we go for the ultimate again? See, that was me attempting the combination for it. There we go. Oh, that's pretty cool, but I missed. And I can still use my Lightning Blade even though my ultimate failed. Uh-oh, I better use it soon. It won't be that strong as it's supposed to be because the Lightning Blade is more powerful the more of your rage gauge you have left, so it's really strong if you use it right at the beginning and not as strong if you wait a little bit like I did. Still won, though. That's all you gotta do, you just gotta win the fight. Yeah, you know, Ridley Crate, this is why I always get surprised when I see the too many swords argument in Smash Brothers, because before Smash Brothers I played these games, right? There's Soul Calibur and there's Samurai Shodown, where it's like, oh yeah, everyone uses swords, but they all use them so differently. And like, I guess the problem with Smash Brothers and kind of the stigma there has been, you know, how they introduced those sword characters. You know, you had Marth and you had Roy, and then you had Ike, who, although he used his sword I think, differently enough from Marth. You know, just having a few things that were similar, like, oh, they're both from the same series and they both have a counter, you know, made people kind of like, okay, so all these sword guys are, you know, follow the same kind of tropes. I think you can really do... For me, like, the weapon choice is not an issue when you compare it to the fighting style. You could have, like, 5 characters that all wield swords, but if they all fight with them differently, those are different movesets. Even if they were all using the same type of sword. Now, different sword styles do help. Right, you know, you could have, like, oh, this person uses a broadsword, this person uses a rapier, this person uses a katana, this person uses a machete. You know, that does help. But even then, man, you can make it all different. I was trying to get him before. There we go.
Shiki. 2本目勝負パグナパグナパグナパグナ
Whoops. I was trying to use my ultimate. Man, the ultimate combinations are so tough. I guess I should give up on it. Just fight. Unless, like, he's really far away, that's when I'll try it, because then, like, I think hers is just, like, catching people with chains is what it looks like. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll just go for a lightning blade now. Right when he opened. Hey, we beat Tam Tam in our first try. So we'll do the same thing I've done. If it's under an hour, we'll do another character. If it's over an hour, we'll call it good with Shiki. Yeah. Counter has become a bit of a go-to down special. You know, Lucario, Greninja, Incineroar, you know, Incineroar's is pretty unique, Joker's is pretty unique, you got Little Mac, so I kind of get it. If they, you know, it comes back down to that, you know, for me, that, like, well, if it matches the character and it, like, functions unique enough, then it doesn't bother me. But, like, yeah. There are some characters where I don't know if it was necessary to do it, just from the standpoint of they had other abilities to use. Like, I don't know. I think you could have found a different way for Joker to build up his meter. My strategy with Shiki has basically been block until they get close enough for me to cut them, or if they're really far away, to her rushing heavy combo. But honestly, they feel like more like strategies on how to win with Shiki than they do of like, oh, this is how you play this character, you know what I mean? I feel like it's like, okay, what do I need to do to win this fight? Which I guess in some regards is the same thing. It just feels different to me. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I'm starting to get a better feel for her.
体が熱い
Maybe she's just meant to be played more defensively.
何やってるのもう言ったの嘘でしょ
芝居小屋
Like, for Greninja, with his down B being double team, I was kind of hoping his down B would be mat block. And that could work pretty differently, and I think actually even be a better reference for Greninja than double team. I really wish they would have done that. My idea was like, okay, he stamps down, which creates like a mat, and the stamping down motion and the mat flipping upwards is like an attack that launches opponents. But then afterwards, it becomes like a shield that he holds out in front of him. So it's a defensive attack. That you hit somebody and then you block some attacks.
わしの舞とくとその身に刻み
You can use it as either a shield or an upward strike.
Shiki vs 占領京四郎いざ尋常に一
Or it's not double team as its substitute. Lucario's is double team.
逃がさないそこやそこや
I messed up twice trying to use her ultimate. Now I'm doing that move rapidly when I'm trying to use her ultimate.
占領京四郎この京四郎甘くはないわ2本目勝負青津波
ここねそこや
青津波
そこや
I guess I should stop trying to do the ultimate because I keep doing this rush attack, which is not great. Oh! I finally got it to activate.
占領京四郎よー出てん
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would have been... It's funny because, like, the K-Rool moveset that they did was basically what most of us envisioned. Was, like, some kind of, you know, Blunderbuss special, some kind of Crown Boomerang side special, some kind of Baron K. Rulenstein up special. But, I mean, yeah, countering has never really been a thing for King K. Rool, and so, I mean, whenever I make a moveset, of course, the thing I always is like, okay, what does this character do in their games? And it's not like King K. Rool has a lack of attacks. So... I always did the which a few people did was the earthquake attack when he makes a shockwave in Donkey Kong 64. And I don't know, maybe they just, you know, as they play tested K. Rool, maybe they were just like, oh, you know what, this guy really needs is a counter to flesh out the character. I don't know. I just think counters work best for characters that are like almost exclusively close range, like Little Mac and the Fire Emblem characters. I mean, counters are always good, but those are the characters that, like, really, really need it, and it also fits their playstyle the best. Whereas K. Rool, yeah, I mean, a lot of his attacks are close range, but because of his size, they do have a bit of range to them, and it's not like he doesn't have options with projectiles, because he, has 2 projectile attacks. So having a counter is not as necessary on him, I don't think, because he has options for keeping opponents at bay and some naturally rangy attacks with his reach. Additionally, what I think you could have done was make his blunderbuss, when it does the vacuum thing, like suck in other people's projectiles. You know, buff that move to be a kind of defensive attack in that regard, and make his down special something else. Said some people actually don't like how I do characters when I do my moveset videos. That, like, oh, you know, I'm having too many character references. and that like I should be making up more moves to play up that character's like fighting game trope fighting style, and I just don't agree. I'm just like, I think I can make this naturally work as a play style if I just give the character abilities that match their character. I'd rather see it that way.
シャルロットいざ尋常に一本目勝負
逃がさない。さよなら。
I don't know how I did that. That was cool though. Once again though, it really wasn't that strong for as fancy as it looked. Can I get one more of those? Nope.
勝者シャルロット 2本目勝負 勝者四季 最終戦勝負
Is my rage gauge filled? I can't tell. No, now it is. I was just waiting until I knew for sure she was open. There we go. There we go. Got her.
四季
早すぎるわ。
Oh, yes, for me. That means good night.
私と交わる資格はお前にはない。
最初はわずかな
Alright, we're down to the last 3 fights. How are we doing time-wise? Not too bad. I think it just took me a while to get an idea of how to use the character. Honestly, I still don't feel that great, but I feel better. You think what I come up is generally cohesive? I think so too.
カムイコタン
I think it was more of a criticism that I don't spend time in the video talking about general playstyle. If I ever do, it's a very quick thing. It's like a sentence. Like I was like with Meowth, oh, he's a combo fighter like Wolverine, and that's about all I said. And there were some people who were like, you know, you should spend more time talking about the overall playstyle and strategy of the character. And you know, there's a few requests like that, or like, oh, you should talk about a home stage for the character, what spirits and songs and assist trophies they'll come with. And I think that's just gonna bloat, that kind of stuff's just gonna bloat the video too much. I want to keep the videos concise. Maybe it's just a personal preference. I like keeping them between 10 and 20 minutes. And even then, if it starts to get in the high side, I try to cut it down a bit. Just because I know for myself, there's such a difference between having the time to watch a 10-minute video and having the time to watch a 20-minute video. I think it's a lot more, for a word that's coming to mind, encouraging, when like you can get out the thoughts on a shorter video, because then you can, like, you know, watch it and absorb it and stuff, you know. It would be cool to make it like a whole big show where I talk about each and every aspect, but it would take me longer to make the video, videos wouldn't be coming out as often, and I think it would just be so much rambling. I think there's certain things like that that you can just let speak for themselves, you know what I mean? I could spend a large amount of time talking about what the general playstyle and strategy of each character I do is, but like, couldn't that also just be implied by seeing what the attacks are and how I, you know, describe how they function? And then you can kind of make the conclusion yourself. It's like, oh, okay, so you could use this move this way and this move that way. And if someone asks, you know, a good question in the comments about, okay, well, what about this situation? I try to answer those. You know, things like, well, okay, how does, you know, Nightmare stance chains work for Kirby? Or how does this attack work in the air? Or this and that? Because I do get those questions sometimes when I truly neglect something in the video that I should have mentioned, either because I forgot to write it in the script, which happens more often than I like to admit, where, like, I'll be editing the video and be like, oh shoot, I wanted to say this about this attack. And then I'll try to find some way to bring it up. For instance, in the Katamari video, I was going to have a section where I talked about that if you use the Katamari roll and then use the Stardust attack, the move becomes slower, but the explosion is way stronger. And I forgot to say that. So what I did is I included a little animation when I was editing that showed that, and no one asked about it. In fact, people talked about in the comments about how they thought, you know, maybe the Katamari Crash was redundant because you could just use Stardust to get a new Katamari. And so people got that implication without me having to spell it out. Because sometimes I think that can be annoying in videos, too, is when someone, like, spells things out too much. Someone actually criticized me of that in the Sans video, and I don't necessarily disagree. The Sans video was really long, and it was one of the reasons that I'm trying to make videos shorter now, because that Sans video was, like, almost 20 minutes. I think it's still the longest one. And it really shouldn't be, right? You'd think with everything that happened that Jason and Sophia should be the longest one, but they're second longest to Sans because I just rambled so much. I should have won that round.
Shiki.
So that's actually one thing, you know, the Mr. Sandman video has been getting so much attention recently. And one of the things I like is people kind of drawing their conclusions of, like, how that would be, whether it's good or bad. Like, the biggest comparison I see is people are like, oh, okay, so he's kind of like the Ganondorf to Little Mac's Captain Falcon. And I'm like, yeah, you know, that's a pretty good way of putting it. I don't have health left. Look at me. Oh, boy. I haven't seen what her aerial heavy really looks like yet for the boss. How does it look? I don't like the range on that. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. You know, I might be able to do Yoshitora next, just because from what I've seen of him, he's going to be easy. Because his forward heavy is just ridiculous. It looked strong, and I figured, oh, that must be like a special move, because it's really powerful. And then Adam was doing verses with me. It's like, no, that's just his regular normal heavy. I'm like, what? Ah, there we go.
勝者四季
Yeah, so you could pronounce that name a few different ways, right? Because if you're spelling out the Japanese letters, it would be Shiki. So it'd be like Shiki. But usually when you have like a short vowel like that, and it's just weird, I guess it gets to like the, you know, different culture things, you would combine it into one thing. So you'd usually say that name something like Shiki, with the I being really short. Shiki. Oh, that's not the move I meant to use.
勝者ナコルル
ありがとうママ
最終戦勝負
Oops. Stop blocking too early. I don't know how I'm doing that attack, but it's pretty cool. Oh, I missed. I actually pulled it off, but I missed. Aha! She's open! I got lucky there. I had time to pick up my weapon, block, and counterattack. That is one advantage of Shiki. She's pretty fast. I really like Shiki's design. It's pretty cool.
熊の鼓動
So I'm pretty sure it feels like they brought back like the main cast of the original Samurai Shodown, because I'm pretty sure they have every main like original Samurai Shodown character except for Wanfu, who's coming through DLC, and Genan, who I don't know. Plus they brought back like Shiki and Yoshitora as fan favorites. That's what it feels like to me.
私はお前に用はない。それとも私に遊んでほしいの。なんだっていいわ。切るだけだから。あなたに刻まれたその呪縛、この世のものではございませんね。たとえあなた自身が気づいていないとしても、この風霊者、風水師として見過ごすわけには参りませんわ。
I still don't know anything about her. She's a master of feng shui? I thought that was just like interior decoration. What is it? Ow. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
勝者ウーレイシャン
Ridiculous heavy attacks, Aquaman and Injustice? Yeah.
2本目勝負
Harley Quinn's hammer, too, was pretty... Like, it wasn't as, like, you know, rangy and devastating as Aquaman's trident, but it still had a pretty good distance and damage, and you could, like, spam it. You could just, like, wing it all around for multiple hits. Ow. Oh, I got a counter in. Oh, geez, she keeps using her surprise attack. I wonder if that's her specialty. It's just surprise attacks. I mean, her playstyle is obviously like traps and stuff. But Shiki can jump! Oh, that was gonna leave a mark. Well, we made it to the boss. What are we at? We're at about, well, I didn't start the stream for like 3 minutes, so we're more at like 41 minutes right now. So really, that's the type of moveset that I always actually envisioned for an Animal Crossing character before we got the Villager in Smash. When I was a kid, rather than Villager, I always wanted Tom Nook as a Smash character. And my moveset idea for him was wielding different types of furniture. Basically, he was like either attacking with or throwing leaves around, and as he's swinging them or tossing them, they become pieces of furniture. That was always my Animal Crossing idea, character idea. So I'd love to do some with that someday. Actually, you know what would be cool too if I did go like with this Tom Nook idea. You know how Villager's up B is a balloon fighter reference. Tom Nook's up B could be a Super Mario Bros. 3 reference using the Tanuki tail. And then that's just the thing, is that their up Bs are references to other characters for no reason. I mean, it's not like anyone else is using the raccoon tail up B in their moveset. They have it as an item, but it just kind of lets you glide. It doesn't actually let you do the, you know, arms out flying maneuver, so why not give it to Tom Nook? Plus, I mean, you use super leaves to become Tanuki, and if Animal Crossing, right, you're using leaves to make furniture, it kind of makes sense, right? Dang, I actually like this idea. You know what? I wasn't sure if I was going to do an Animal Crossing character or not when the new game came out for Force Smash. Now I kind of want to do this Tom Nook idea. Alright. Okay, so Shiki's interesting. She doesn't have the rangiest flying heavy, but it's so fast. And I can kind of use her dash heavy because it's good. Shiki might be pretty good for fighting the boss. Like I said, I was worried because of the range, but even though the range is not great, like I said, she can just spam it. This is not going to be as hard as I thought. Yeah, Mario has so many attacks to pull from. You could, like, make 4 or 5 or more unique Mario movesets entirely. Maybe even more. Because Mario's just had so many attacks and abilities throughout the years. Alright, let's see how this goes with Phase 2. Now that's not strong enough to bring her down. Whoa, can Shiki double jump? Is that one of her things? Because it felt like I was about to be grabbed and then I jumped out of the way. It's hard to experiment with it right now. I have to focus on fighting this boss. But she either just has either really good jumping or a double jump. That's also possible. In the brief moment that I landed, I did a second jump. But then, if that's the case, it was really fast. That was an interesting maneuver. She did the rain and then the teleport. She did it again. Oops. I was thinking I could jump it for some reason. I don't know why. I know I'm supposed to block that move. Oh, she's got an advancing crouching heavy. I gotta block now. Didn't have the chance. Well, even if I don't beat Shizuka this time, I feel like she's got some cool tricks against her. I don't think it'll take me long to beat her. Okay, no, she can't double jump. She's just got a good jump. Yeah, it's harder to beat her your second try because you don't get the 3 hits at the beginning from blocking her first move. Oh shoot, I botched that. Aww. I considered that, but I did want to do a fully new character. I think it's more fun expanding the moveset out to include characters that weren't there before. Because, like, you could undoubtedly make that unique. You know, using a moveset where, like, you just put things there and stuff. But, yeah, it's not what I went with. It's gonna be the next one. We have you know, Mario and Dr. Mario as separate characters. Next, they're gonna separate out Builder Mario and Wedding Mario as separate characters. Builder Mario with a Mario Maker moveset, and Wedding Mario with a full, like, Odyssey moveset, where, like, you could actually, like, control people. Kick.
勝者四季
Oh, almost forgot to block. Oh, sweet. I actually did get her on one cycle that time. Nice! That was about as perfect as it could have been. Uh-oh. Trying to get in one more hit. Ah, shoot. I thought maybe I was small enough to take care of it, but now I know I can do the crouching heavy while I'm there because she'll move forward. So she's actually got a lot of good tricks for fighting this boss. Oh no! That's gonna kill me. That's her ultimate move. Such bullshit. Takes out, like, all of your health. All newcomers are just alternate takes on existing characters. I'm trying to think of, like, what else you do with that. So, okay. You got Donkey Kong, and then you've got, like, Punch-Out Donkey Kong, where he's, like, all boxing moves. And then you've got, Link, and you've got, like, traditional Link. So, like, they basically separate out Breath of the Wild Link, and then a more classic Ocarina of Style / Twilight Princess style Link that has, like, the Gale Boomerang back. You have Samus, and then you have, like Fusion Suit Samus for Metroid Fusion, and that gives her alternative powers. Or maybe they just have, like, a totally different styled Suit Samus that gives her different abilities, like the Ice Beam and stuff. And then you have Kirby, and then you have a Kirby with different attacks. You know, I don't know what else to say on there, right? You just give him different, right? His base moveset right now has, like, mostly abilities for, like, oh, it's got Fighter, and it's got Cutter, and it's got this and that. You just give him some of his other moves. Kirby has so many attacks. And then you have Yoshi, and then you have a Yoshi that's, like, based on the Mario Yoshi, where it is kind of more, like, hunched over and ready to be ridden. Or you have, like, Yarn Yoshi as a separate character. And it just has, like, all of the yarn abilities and stuff. Oh man. I should have won that. I really botched that up. I wasn't really paying attention because I'm thinking about this now. You got Captain Falcon, and then you got Captain Falcon, but he's always in the Blue Falcon. And that's what you have. Oh no, for Fox. You have Fox, and you have Fox with a spear, like from Star Fox Adventures. And then you got Pikachu, and then you've got, like, the Pikachu with a hat from Sun. No, you have Cosplay Pikachu. And it includes, like, Pikachu Libre moves in the moveset. Like, he does, like, Flying Press, and he uses, like, you can go into Beauty Pikachu and do, like, Icicle Crash and do Meteor Mash and all this stuff. And then you have, like, Luigi's Mansion Luigi. He just has all Luigi's Mansion attacks. And then you have, like, a Ness that's more, like, physically focused. He just uses, like, bat attacks and weapons. And then one that's, like, all psychic abilities. Or you have, like, the Ness we have right now, and a Ness that has, you know, more like of Ness's actual PSI abilities. Like, he doesn't have offensive like fire, thunder type moves. He has things like, oh, I'm making the enemy dizzy. I'm making the enemy fall asleep. He has like status afflicting PSI moves. And then you have a Jigglypuff that uses fairy type moves as its moveset, rather than like the normal type moves it's using now.
2本目勝負
Yes. Ganondorf and Ganon? Yeah, that'd be cool. Right, I just did the original 12, but there's still more. Let's see here. You have Toon Link, and then you have Train Conductor Toon Link, who has, like, train powers. You have a Zelda that's based on Breath of the Wild and uses, like, Guardian powers and Sheikah Slate abilities. Oh, if I can just stun her one more time. Oh my gosh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, and she grabbed me. Robin and Grima Robin? Yeah. And then you could have like Hoshido Nor Korin, or Hoshido Noble Korin and Nor Noble Korin. And like Hoshido Noble one is like the one we have right now, where the Nor Noble one incorporates tomes into the moveset also. And so it's like a combination of the current Korin with Robin. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be our only Samurai Shodown character today. We'll try to get in both Yoshitora and Charlotte tomorrow. And then we'll do the new characters on Wednesday. Today was just Shiki Day. Oh, where did that come from? Bowser and Tuxedo Bowser. Maybe. Yeah. Mega Man X. Pac-Man and Ghostly Adventures Pac-Man. Or you could do like a Pac-Man that instead of having like these classic Namco reference attacks, have a Pac-Man that actually uses the Pac-World abilities. Sonic and Sonic Boom Sonic. And he's based on like the cartoon. I think more people would appreciate a classic Sonic, but wow, I'm doing really bad this time. I think I'm just I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I think I'm checked out. I'm dead. There's no way I can win. Well, the first time you fight her second phase is a little bit easier. So if I really think about it, and I do, her first phase good this time, and then I do really good in the second phase, I can win. So I'll keep it up. Yeah, not over actual newcomers, but this is still cool. Yeah, actually, in Samurai Shodown, 3 or 4, maybe it was 3. They did a thing where every character had what they called like blast moveset and slash moveset. And for the old characters, slash was their traditional moveset, and blast was them using more like power heavy moves. And a lot of them had like different stances and different attacks. And then they got rid of that system, but they made some new characters that had the movesets of the old ones. Like for instance, they made this this like basically evil demon version of Haomaru called Risetsumaru, who used Haomaru's now missing blast moveset. Wow, that went really bad. You don't want Ghostly Adventures, Pac-Man?
Shiki vs. Shizuka Gozen. Iza Jinjou ni ipponme. Shodown.
Oh, what characters did we miss? You have Peach, and then, I don't know, as long as we're doing the wedding theme, we'll do Wedding Peach. She's got Tiara with her. And then... what about Young Link? Yeah, oh, how about Young Link, and then a Young Link that's stylized like Link's Awakening Link? Where people have been calling it Toy Link or Chibi Link. Chrom, and then like a Great Lord Chrom that mixes up his moveset with Lance. So he uses some of his old sword moves, but he also has Lance attacks throughout the moveset. And then you can do the same kind of thing for Lucina, too. And I missed my opening attack. Okay, that was still pretty good. Oh, I think I'm ready to block. What? That's BS. I was on the floor. It did not give me the opportunity. Oh, I was gonna go for my rage. I know it wouldn't have helped too much, but whatever.
Shizuka Gozen.
You have Snake, and then you have one that's like definitely, without a doubt, Naked Snake. He's got like the eye patch and everything. Oh, sweet. So you can get in quick blocks. How come I couldn't do it in the last round? Uh-oh. Frick, are you serious? Okay, this is starting to just be annoying. Simon and Judgment Simon if we absolutely have to. I was trying to think. There was also, I was thinking there was a thing with like an older Simon where he's got like a full beard. But I was like, not a lot of people remember that. I don't know, I think Judgment Simon would be okay. Just instead of sub-weapons, you focus more on like whip attacks and whip combos and stuff. That could be kind of cool, actually. I know a lot of people don't like his design. I don't think it's the best. I think what they did, like, as far as character goes, like the way his face looks and stuff, I think that's all fine. It's a kind of, you know, an anime-ish interpretation of Simon Belmont. But the clothes are just, I think they could have done a little better with that. And I think Trevor Belmont's design in that game was a much better idea. I don't know. You could have Evil Ryu and Evil Ken, where they have their more powerful abilities in exchange for being kind of, you know, lighter characters. That wasn't the prettiest, but I won in the first round. Now I just gotta win in the second round. Captain N Simon? Oh, I don't know if that's an improvement, man. That'd be funny. Is that what that's what we should do with Mega Man and Pit too? If we're going with that theme, they all get their Captain N variants. I'm like really trying my best right now. Dang it. Oh, dang, that did so much damage. Supersonic? I don't know, man. That one sounds really powerful. Like, it's like, why would you ever play as Sonic if you could just be supersonic? Maybe he's like a ring counter and you have to like do certain things that give you rings. If you run out of rings, then you just become useless. Mewtwo and Armored Mewtwo. Greninja and Ash Greninja. I guess for a lot of Pokemon you could do Mega stuff. Pokemon Trainer, you actually have like a full-blown like second-gen Pokemon Trainer with Totodile, Bayleaf, and Typhlosion. It's just actually like really different. Oh, this is such bullshit. Of course my rage meter dies as soon as I'm able to use it. Possessed DDD? Oh, maybe. I was thinking like a masked DDD. Possessed DDD would be kind of cool. Oh my god. This is shaping up now to be like the longest story mode besides my first run with Haomaru. Even longer, I think, now than Ukyo's.
Shiki vs 静御前いざ尋常に一本目勝負
やはややや
Oh, that was dumb. I was blocking, and then what happened is because she got around me, I was technically not blocking the direction opposite of her anymore, so it canceled out my block. Oh, high kick.
勝者 Shiki
Ooh, hero and armored hero? I like that. Maybe with Joker, you could have him use a different persona. That's a pretty bad hit. We're still in it. King K. Rool disguised as DDD. I figured they'd go for like a Captain K. Rool thing. Are you? But I was over it! I jumped over it! My god, she used both of her ultimate moves in that round. Jesus fucking Christ.
最終戦勝負
Oh, that was a close one. Trying to think about what to do with Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong and Diddy Kong's Racing Diddy Kong. You just give him a go-kart themed set, and his special moves are like the rockets and stuff from that game. Oh man, this would be perfect for Wario, because then you could do a like Wario Land styled Wario, and that would be awesome. Am I finally gonna win this time? She's got a full rage meter, so I gotta be careful. Okay, I won. Oh, finally. Oh, what a pain. Yes, I am here. You ordered a pizza, I'm assuming. Alright, cool. Oh, man. That was really annoying. I won. And the frame rate's really bad right now because I forgot to switch my settings. Ugh. I wonder what would happen. You know what? I'm going to experiment right now. What would happen if I changed my visual settings right in the middle of a stream, during the stream? Oh, it won't even allow me. Okay. It made the whole program almost crash, is what happened. And then it let me do it. Did that stop the stream really quick? You gotta let me know if you saw that. Did that make the stream like briefly stop?
木立の中で佇む四季の体を浄化の風が包み込む。霞がかかっていた思考が少しずつ鮮明になっている。
Oh, did she get her memory back?
淡く輝く桜を見上げる彼女の頬を一筋の涙が伝い落ちた。なぜ自分は泣いているのか、その意味さえ四季にはわからない。
It didn't stop, but it got way choppier. Okay.
赤色がちらついた。切な激しい頭痛に襲われ、四季はその場に崩れ落ちる。地に伏せて動かない彼女の体を国威の男が抱き上げる。我が
Okay, so it's like setting up for her appearance in Samurai Shodown 64, I think.
四季と共に深い闇へと。
So, okay, what it probably did was like try to adjust all the visual settings of the entire stream on the fly, and then it got to being better. So, yes, for future reference, I should not change the visual settings of a stream during the stream, but I should remember to do it before the stream starts.
再び闇の中に横たわる。一片の光もささない静寂の中で役目を果たすその時が来るまで。
So it feels like they're still trying to fit this game in some kind of canon with the rest of the series. All right. So, Shiki, that boss fight took me forever, and I don't think it's because Shiki's a bad character used against the final boss. I think I just kept getting unlucky with all the ultimate moves and everything. Otherwise, this would have been a shorter playthrough. Although it did take me a while to get used to her character, because she's a very different type of character than the ones I'm used to playing. I mean, in general, I prefer the heavier characters, which in this game also tend to be the rangier ones, so I haven't really gotten used to being these close-range characters. And Shiki might be one of the most extreme I've seen for Samurai Shodown. Her attacks are so short. But she actually has some combo game, which is rare for Samurai Shodown characters. And some of her special moves have some interesting applications. She's got these high jumps and these teleports and stuff. I could see her being a really mobile character when you got used to all of her tricks. But this is definitely more of a practice character than a character you can pick up and play, I think. And I think if you really liked her, you could get used to her and be really good. I don't think I'm going to put in that kind of effort because it's just not my playstyle in the first place. But overall, I think Shiki was a pretty cool type of character for this. I don't know if I'm going to play her anymore. I'm gonna actually look now at a Smash roster and see what characters we missed through this idea. because I'm actually more invested in that now. I mean, it's the same credit sequence we've already seen, right? It's alright. Okay, ice climbers, but instead you just play as one ice climber the whole time. It's just Popo or Nana with alternate costumes. But they actually have like a viable up B. It's like, oh, they ride the Condor. So it's a better single player unit without the dual player parts at all. Let's see here. Not sure what to do differently with Marth or Roy. Like, just alternate class stuff, I guess. Maybe do a thing with Roy where he's got, like bow and horse options. And a thing with Marth where he's wielding the fire emblem as a shield and he does a whole sword and shield type move set. Falco, but he uses the armament from Star Fox Assault. You can use, like, sniper rifles and rocket launchers and stuff. Chic, but using, like, shadow magic powers. What about Mr. Game & Watch? I guess just reference different Game & Watch games. Marth and Lodestar Marth? That could work. Olimar's got styles based on, like, Pikmin 1 and 2, and then Pikmin 3. Where, like, the Pikmin 1 and 2 one has, like, the Pikmin rope special, and then the Pikmin 3 one uses rock Pikmin instead of purple Pikmin and uses flying Pikmin as the up B. Lucas, kind of same thing as Ness. He's got, like, more support magic, and then maybe, like, uses his sticks and other weapons more. You have, like, a fully armored Pit using the sacred treasures throughout his moveset, or just using a bigger variety of Kid Icarus Uprising weapons. So, like, his attacks switch between things like, you know, claws and hammers and this and that. Palutena just using some of the specials she lost when she had custom moves. Rosalina with an expanded, like, space fighting style that doesn't use the Lumas at all. Wolf and Mech Wolf? That'd be pretty cool. There's still a few other characters we haven't covered either, like Little Mac and Inklings. I mean, the Inklings, you just use alternate Splatoon weapons like the ones from Splatoon 2, along with, like, a Splatoon 2-inspired Final Smash. Little Mac, you do something where you just, like... Maybe you have, like, a Little Mac that is more like a traditional Smash character. You can do, like, good jumps and good aerials, but he loses the advantages like the KO punch. He's just, like, a more normalized Mac. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for now. Like I said, Shiki took me a while. So we're going to try to do Yoshitora and Charlotte tomorrow now. And then we'll do Darly Dagger and Wu on Wednesday. And then we'll be done with Samurai Shodown, I think. So thank you for watching. See you next time. I'm going to go work on chores and videos now. So, bye.